Hello, my name is Emily, as you may or may not know, and guys, today, the wasps have not only invaded Roblox, but they're about to invade somewhere else too. The Steam Room! Oh my gosh! Call this an Equinox because we're about to have some fun in the Steam Room, right? That's like a rumor, I believe, that gay guys like to have fun in the Steam Room in Equinox. Any gay men who have had fun in the Steam Room in Equinox, comment down below, let me know. So, I did try to film yesterday, and it was a failure of epic proportions because I was gonna try and play Date Everything, the game where we embrace our inner whore and truly date everything. You're dating all of like your household appliances, and there's so many characters where it's like, you could date a screw that you found like behind a counter somewhere. You know, it's very detailed. And because it's so detailed, I'm not able to play it on Mac. So then I tried to play Roblox Love Island. Oh no. I got bullied off the island. The second they saw my waspy little face, they said, oh no. We have a serious problem in the villa because someone let some goddamn wasps into here. Ooh, okay, we get to customize our name. What should my name be? Waspina? Hi, everybody. I'm ready to find a new friendship. Cannonball! Gabriella, hands up, Gabriella. Hannah, why are you saying good boy? Who is that in reference to? Ooh, I like your lashes, Taylor.
Thank you. I like your fit.
Thank you. Yes, you know, I know that facially I'm not really winning any awards here. That's why I had to change my shirt to make sure that I really caught the people's eye, you know? You guys are kind of matching.
Kind of.
Yeah, do you also love Jesus, or are you neutral?
What the?
Hi, I'm Waspina. I know that I don't have a lot to offer facially, but maybe if you get to know me, you'll like me better.
Yeah! Ew! Boo! Why does your skin color look like that?
Okay, well, for your information, when I was a baby, I was dropped into a vat of blue paint, and I was never able to get the paint off. No one even wants to. No one even wants to try to get to know me even a little bit.
Nope. Get out of here. No. Hey!
Yeah, right. That's right. Walk away.
We're gonna slime her.
Walk away.
I'm a Swiss cheese you at. Come on, leave.
Oh my
I see
god.
all of it in my man's face.
What did I miss?
A lot.
Everyone thinks I'm ugly.
Oh, Jesus.
Follow!
I one
You're
picture.
done!
Yeah.
Why does
Girl, bye.
是生活请闭上道，是心很清行，我晚上过。
So I gave up, but it's okay because I got saved. I got saved by a huge pair of double D's. Doki Doki. Today we are going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club, and well, lots of people, when I said that I was going to play this on my Instagram story, they said that I need to put a huge trigger warning. So trigger warning, I'm not exactly sure for what, but I'm looking at the first slide here of the game, and it says, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Let's get started. I can't wait to, I guess, get traumatized by these girls, right? Hey, we've all been there. Okay, individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience while playing this game. For content warnings, please visit this or that. Okay, I mean, I think I have a baseline level of anxiety, so I think I should be okay. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Oh my god, what is this game? I'm like getting scared. I mean, I agree. Oh my... This game is... Sorry, that warning with the music in the background. Okay, new game! Woohoo! Please enter your name. Waspina. That was my name on Roblox Love Island. And they hated me. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward... Okay, rude. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Aw. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works because you've known each other for so long. Proximity. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Depression? Does she have depression? I usually wouldn't say that right away, but given the content warnings, you know. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. Sorry. Trying to think if I should do anime voice or not. Maybe I'll just do it and kind of gauge how the flow is feeling, kind of gauge how my homeostasis, how it's being rocked either which way, right? I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. This pose, I'm done. That's mean, Waspina! Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Oh my god, we're kind of rude. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commutes. By the way, Waspina, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I'm not a fucking loser. I play sports and do things that are cool like that. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true! You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Okay, we're kind of like a bad friend, hello? I'm sure it's possible that I did, because not that I could recall, because I always ignore the conversations that we have and it's one ear out the other. Are we a man? Are we a man in this? Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of... I don't know if that's a foreshadowing, yeah? But I die at the thought of you becoming a neat in a few... Not even Emily Tyrant. Not even Emily Tyrant. Becoming a neat in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess. I'll promise you that. Whatever. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Maybe we have a crush on her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Typical woman. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. Oh my god, school is already done. Jeez. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club, imbecile. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. You know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah! There's no way I'm going to join your club. Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to start a new club. And what's wrong with that? And what's wrong with that? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to like... There's this thing they tell you in acting school where it's like, you're never supposed to judge your character. And that's why when actors are talking about their roles where like they were like a mass murderer and would hit their wives, and they're kind of like, well, you know, I just think he's a deeply complicated and misunderstood guy, right? I'm trying to implement that into this right now and try and justify my actions as to why I'm being so rude, and I'm having trouble. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. Oh wow. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah. I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Leave me alone. Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And is that my problem? Is that my problem, right? You focus on your own member, and I'll focus on my member, right? I was about to say something crazy. I was gonna say my and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh my gosh, the way that's worded makes it sound like one of those, you know, cut to the beginning of a movie and it's like, I bet you're wondering how I got here, right? I dejectedly follow Sayori across school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Also, for all intents and purposes, let's consider myself, I guess, a 16-year-old boy, right? When I'm talking about these girls who I guess I might have crushes on in the literature club, I'm not talking from the space of a 26-year-old woman because I would be 10 years your senior. I can't even find like 21-year-olds attractive, right? Like, you're just being able to be let into the club. Hi, Binky. Hi, breastfeeding, right? Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Girl 1, oh. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Waspina, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. I made my name assuming that I was gonna be a girl. I should have made it like Waspiner. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure... Okay, her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and then why are we whispering sweet nothings into my ear? And then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri. Yuri. Community? You know what I'm talking about. And you know which community. My lesbianas out there. Lesbianas sound off in the comments. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Okay, we're very quick to judge. Or maybe we have a great judge of character, a great sense of intuition, yeah? Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Waspina. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Okay, what's there not to like? Basically, completely out of my league. Yeah, I'm getting that sense. I would die to know what we look like. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... We're trying to... It seems like we're pitching a tent or something. We have a boner? You too, Monica. Come sit down, Waspina. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls, I'm sorry, I already know I'm gonna get all the voices mixed up, so apologies for that. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Are we gonna be able to like choose anything? Like choose how we respond or choose where we sit and things like that? I guess we'll see. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches to the back table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal... Am I annoying you guys yet? Should I just talk normally? Honestly, guys, this is a long game. Like, most of the time when I see that people have played this game, they have to split it into, like, 2 or 3 parts. So, you can let me know in the comments how you're feeling about the voices. Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like little cats. Oh, that is so cute. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one! Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. Yeah. That's right, know my place. I take one last as the newest member of the group. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and already has managed to get icing on her face. So clumsy. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she's made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for, you know, you, dummy. Alright. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcakes tray. Oh my god, I skipped breakfast this morning and haven't drank any water. Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? It's true. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not... Insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. Honestly, I feel like Yuri is speaking from the mindset of a 16-year-old boy, the, like, cutest one, right? And it makes sense because her name is Yuri. I hope she ends up being a lesbiana. Sorry if I seem too excited. I just like this game so far. It's nice and calm. No one's yelling at me. No one's bullying me, right? I meant that, like, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me that I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here and blackmailed and forced at gunpoint here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori really seemed happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing, and the budget and publicity. Oh, about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. I'm confident that we'll really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. It's an enthusiastic yes. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. So, Waspina, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. And here's the thing. Here's where me and Waspina are kind of sharing a commonality, because I haven't read a book fully through, I want to say, in the past 2 years, yeah? I'd say that I hardly even... this is the most reading that I've really done. The last time I genuinely had a book in my hand was when I was at the beach a few weeks ago, but I had it in my hand mostly to block the sun from my face. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Oh, sorry. Manga? Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of the teacup with her finger. Okay, sensual. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Oh wow, I guess. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I'm wondering how does this get scary? It seems so normal. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Or a paper or a scissor. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri, for someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything about you is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, sometimes. Why do you care? Motherfucker. I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her gaze. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Oh my god, is it? I guess so. I feel like not all writing is super, intense like that, When I typed out Waspina, I wasn't feeling anything really popping out of my soul or anything. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. I'm sorry, y'all. This is the literature club. You're gonna need to just put yourself through the humiliation ritual, or else what? We're just gonna be sitting here twiddling our thumbs, choking on tea. Whip out those poems, girls. Whip out the poems. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Nat and Yuri, boy? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Waspina? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Doi, 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 doi. Waspina is malfunctioning because we kind of like this girl, right? Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now we're back to the original topic of me joining the club. I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club because you're all hot and I just want to look at you, and even though I don't care about literature. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Ding, 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 ding! Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps, holy crap. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. All right, hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Waspina, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Waspina, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day in a school literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. No, yeah, I think we'll be perfectly happy in the literature club if it means that we can objectify women, our favorite pastime. Oh, do we get to write? Yes! It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good will happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Ooh. We have to write a poem just choosing these words like this? Nibble? Misfortune. Despise, disoriented, vertigo. Wait, what was the thing that I chose before? How about Doki Doki? Doki Doki? Okay, here's the thing. One of the girls likes poems that are psychological horror. Okay, first of all, I'm leaning towards Monica because she seems to be kind of like an all-star go-getter. She's smart, she's cute, she has motivation to be running her own club. I love a woman with ambition, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go for Monica. Monica has not henceforth said what types of vibes she likes her poem to be, but she seems like an optimistic person. So I'm gonna choose happy stuff. Happiness. Special. Grief. Oh God. Romance. After image. How about, okay, bliss. Unrestrained. Unrestrained bliss. Kitty. Fireflies. Beauty. Agonizing. Oh God. Kawaii. Massacre? Misery. Marshmallow. Climax. Hope, because I'm hopeful for the future. Intellectual. Heartbeat. Love. Strawberry. Suicide. Oh my God. Captain Wrath and Suicide next to Sugar and Amazing. This game really has it all. Should I just choose like one that's like... Okay, I'll say captive to kind of like you're a captive of my love, right? Oh, ending it with captive, I guess. Hi again, Waspina. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Waspina. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Diving in headfirst to reading when you're a complete and utter dumbass with nothing but marbles in your skull? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Oh my gosh, she's threatening. She's very threatening. I need water. I need a drink. Cheers to poetry and pretending to be interested in things just to be closer to cute girls. I'm waiting for the scary part. I guess I have a feeling that the scary part doesn't come until much, much later, so... Just warning you guys, I guess this is going to be a preliminary. We're getting into it, okay? Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone... Sorry, I feel like I'm making her voice almost a little bit sexual. Let me stop. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Waspina always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. I'm like, of course I have to help a pig if it's, you know, rolling around in its own slop. And you almost set your house on fire once. Jesus Christ, Sayori. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Waspina can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, you're even... Oh, wait, what? Oh, you're even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you was a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Okay. Oh, I was gonna guess what it was. A book. A book, that makes sense. I was gonna guess that it was gonna be, I don't know, something like a poem that she wrote for us. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now everyone's settled in. I wonder, imagine the book is like literally, it's like smut. She handed us 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades Darker, even. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. To read? Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet. You know what I want to happen? I want Monica to say, okay, everyone, now let's get ready for the read. And then drag queens from RuPaul's Drag Race come in and they insult my hair and tell me that I need to like get better at doing my makeup. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. Is something gonna happen? Like, are we gonna like... Can we, like, have a romantic moment or something soon? How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related like this by myself? I guess I could always read some of the book that Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. We have to dumb it down for these dummy dum-dums. It's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't sound... I feel like 100 people just closed out of this video. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Oh god, girl. Exactly, Monica said. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. Sorry, I just had to burp inside my mouth. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh god. I open my eyes. Sorry, am I doing the voice acting too like, well, I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. Keep it 6 feet, girl. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. Yeah, little piggy napping in her trough. I literally have to clean up your room for you. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not convincing. How many days this past week have you... Oh my god, we're seriously, like, digging into her business. Have you gotten... Talk about a raid, right? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were... Okay. Let's take it down a notch. Rude, Waspina. Rude. You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Oh, I see. Man, you really need a brush for this freaking gelatinous rat's nest. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either, and there's toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But no one would ever notice that. Of course they would. I noticed it. No one's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. And while we're at it, bend over, you have a period stain, Sayori. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer... Holy shit, we are just going and going. What is this? What not to wear? Or like a mean version of Queer Eye? Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Jesus Christ. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that! You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. So I think Sayori likes us, because... Though honestly, buttoning up someone's blazer, that's quite, I don't know. And maybe it's because I'm Asian, but there are certain things in Asian culture where if you're doing this for me, I'm kind of like, thinking, what does this mean, right? Buttoning up my blazer, this is probably for non-Asian people too. Buttoning up my blazer, you pour my water for me first at dinner, you're cutting up my meat for me at Korean barbecue, and you're making a wrap for me at Korean barbecue. Oh, I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess, girl. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Oh, God. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Oh my God. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. I'm like, Sayori, have you even noticed that have an awareness of your tits? What are you smiling about? Oh. It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud! Anyway, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy! Ugh, it's not worth it at all! Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better! Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. I'm every woman. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Also, didn't we just insinuate that? Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Jesus Christ. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh. Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. Oh. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all of these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little bit earlier, pig. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of one another than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come and wake me up in the morning. Holy crap. You're doing it again, Sayori. Huh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Okay, poem time. We're gonna do these poems, and then that'll be the end of episode 1, okay? Waspina, I can't wait to read yours! Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. Yeah. I have no idea how our poem is gonna turn out. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Ooh, okay. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay, I'm almost like, should we save Monica for... Oh, but is Monica going to feel neglected if we choose her last? I'm going to say first impressions are everything. Monica, here I come. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Exactly. Hi, Waspina. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Waspina. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, damn, we don't even know what our poem is. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? I didn't click sad things! Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little either. With women? I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yes! Yes! Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? Oh my god, this is one of those, you don't know, you don't know you're beautiful, you don't know, you don't know you're good at literature. Well, let's read it then. Okay. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. It sounds like you need to call your landlord. So, what did you think? It was very freeform. That's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That kind of style is pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Okay, honestly, I feel like this is maybe a good time to stop. I know it seems like not much has happened, but apparently you have to do all of this stuff for it to pick up and get to like the climax, right? Hey, remember clicking on that? Oh, I feel I need to eat something. I know for some of you guys it might have seemed like all you guys did was talk, and that's true. But I've been told that we need to go through the whole story to make it worth it. So let me know, do you guys want me to keep going? Also, do you want me to read normally? If you would like me to read normally, I can definitely do that because honestly, it's a lot more effort to do the voices. But yeah, I guess I hope you guys enjoy. This is my first time entering the steam room. Yeah, my first time out of Roblox and letting the wasps into the steam room and stinging whatever surface they can get their dirty little grimy stingers on, right? So yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and until next time.